Taurean Door Systems is an Australian manufacturing company. Our core company values, dynamic, innovative and reliable, are put into practice right here where state-of-the-art roller doors are produced and shipped. At Taurean, we pride ourselves on manufacturing a quality product, and it all starts with ColourBond coil feed from BlueScope steel. Once on site, it is critical that our roller doors are installed by an experienced installer in line with our installation instructions. The reason? Safety. Once your Taurean door is delivered, it's important to unpack the components, check them, and have them ready to go. First and foremost, and this is really important, do not remove the strapping from the roller door. Secondly, determine the fixing requirements. Start by checking the width of the roller door against the opening that the door is being fitted to. The roller door curtain for single openings, known as Series A, should be 50mm wider overall than the opening, and 100mm wider for double doors that are wider than 3.4 metres, Series AA and Series B. Now mark out the horizontal position for the brackets on the wall. Mark the vertical position of the brackets above the opening. Refer to the installation instructions diagram when doing so. Level them using a suitable device like a laser level. Next, attach the brackets to the wall by screwing them to the framework. You can check your installation instructions for these details. In this case, we're steel fixing, so we use self-tapping screws to secure each bracket to the wall. Remember, flat washers must be used under all nuts and all bolt and screw heads. With the nylon packaging strap still in place, lift the roller door onto the brackets. And a strong word of warning here. Lifting the door incorrectly could create an extreme safety risk. Remember, the wall brackets are not designed to mount door lifting gear. This is not recommended by us. Now centre the roller door with the same amount of curtain overlap on each side. Rocking the door on its axle will help to move it into position. Now move the door away from the wall to the rear of the bracket slots. Turn the axle to allow the door to be relaxed on the axle with the bottom rail at the bottom of the curtain in the 6 o'clock position. Then fully tighten the two U-bolts to clamp the axle to the brackets. Now turn the curtain roll one turn towards the wall and hold it in this position. The door now has one turn of spring pre-tension. For doors up to 3.1 metres high, make this 1.5 turns, and doors above this 2 turns. Without letting go of the curtain, cut the centre strap and remove the packaging. The curtain can be fully opened and closed to ensure the door is rolling up in correct alignment. To ensure this happens, move the curtain backwards and forwards slightly. Put a soft wood chock between the bottom rail and the curtain roll to stop the door rolling up. If necessary, cut the guides to suit the door opening height. Refer to the diagram in your instructions. Flare out both the side and rear faces at the track top where the track is notched back, and bend it to create the angles shown in the instruction diagram. Check the installation instructions for more detail. Slide each guide over the edge of the roller door, making sure that both stops remain above the bottom rail to stop the door rolling past the stops. Now, lower the door to the closed position and make sure the tracks are vertical, 3 to 6 millimeters clear of the curtain, and fix them to the wall. Here's an important tip. Before fastening the tracks, operate the door fully to make sure it's not binding in the tracks at any point. Now keep the door in the open position and work at only one end at a time. Begin by loosening the U-bolt and by using the slots in the wall brackets. Move the door in towards the wall until it just about touches the track front face. Avoid any binding and then retighten the U-bolt. Follow the same procedure for the other U-bolt. Remember to make sure both U-bolts are fully retightened. Operate the door a few times. Check the balance of the door. When correctly balanced, the door will lift slightly at the top and bottom positions and be neutral at mid-height. To adjust the spring tension, have the door in the open position and loosen the U-bolt at one end. Move to the other end and while holding the axle with a pipe wrench, to prevent it turning, loosen the second U-bolt. Turn the axle with the wrench in the direction required to adjust the balance. Then retighten the U-bolts. You can refer to the diagram. Fit the centre lock by removing the protective film and positioning the lock front fascia in the panel holes. Now hold or tape it to the outside of the door. From the back of the door, orientate the lock and screw it to the fascia with the 2 screws supplied. Temporarily screw the 2 locking bars to the lock arms, making sure the lock arms are fully retracted. Mark the curtain edge position and unscrew them again. Cut each bar to the marked length and chamfer cut the corners for a smooth lead-in. Then insert the locking bars through the locking bar guides, making sure that any PVC anti-rattle sleeves that have been supplied are fitted. Rescrew them to the lock arms and check the lock operation. Finally, remove the protective film from the outside face of the curtain and you're done. You've completed a smooth operating, professional job that doesn't take any longer than it needs to.